Chommie and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Buradi and I'm so happy to have you guys here. If you're new here, hello baby, welcome to the channel. Guys, I'm so grateful to be having you all here. I am so happy to see the channel growing as well, and I'm just literally giving myself grace for literally every moment and every achievement, because sometimes I feel like I do just suffer from so much of imposter syndrome. I beat myself up all the time about how I'm doing, and I just feel like, this doesn't look nice, this video, they won't like this video, but your comments just really keep me going, and I want to say thank you so much. So yeah, let me just get right into this video. So bad news. Well, not really bad news. It's been a journey. As you've seen on the title of the video, I do share that I have I once failed I did fail my Osce. I wrote my Osce 3 times, so I failed my Osce twice. Yes. This is the exam that I'm sure that you all know now that you write when you need to be certified as a registered nurse in the UK. So what happened was I did write my exam the first time, and what happens is you go for this exam. There are like 10 stations. They're like it's one exam and like sort of like one exam and there are like 10 papers to write, right? So there are 10 stations, and then like I failed 1, right? So that's like passing 9 out of 10. So I failed 1. So when I got the results the first time, I was like, nah, it's cool. Like I was expecting this, because when I left the exam room, I knew that damn, I got that wrong. You know, I was like, so I'm sure I'm gonna go back. So what happens is you're given 3 chances. So if you fail this first time, you go again the second time. If you fail this second time, you go again the third time. So if you fail the third time, you were deported back home, because you failed, right? You failed the exam that we all need for you to pass in order for you to settle in the UK as a nurse, or to work as a nurse in the UK. So I wrote the exam 2 times, and then I failed it twice, and I wrote it 3 times. So the first time, this station was called implementation station, and this is the station where you have to administer medication to the patient, right? You need to give medication to this patient, they want to see how you can practice that skill, and you're timed for like, is it 14 or 15 minutes? You are timed, and you have to do all that in 14 or 15 minutes, somewhere there. So I'll just say 15 minutes for the sake of conversation. So I was timed for 15 minutes, and I had to give this medication to this patient within that time. And you need to make sure that you have covered all the important things throughout this whole time, throughout this 15 minutes, right? So cool. And then my exam starts, and this is the first time. I can see that my patient is allergic to penicillin. So because this patient is allergic to penicillin, you're not supposed to give drugs that contain penicillin. So I'm looking through my drug chart. This and this, oxybutynin, hydrochloride. I can see ramipril, what. And then I saw what is that, clarithromycin? So I'm like, clarithromycin. I'm like, my patient is allergic to penicillin. I cannot give clarithromycin to a patient who has penicillin, who is allergic to penicillin, because clarithromycin has penicillin. So I'm like, are you sure it has penicillin? So I go through the BNF. Remember, my 50 minutes is still clocking as well. And this 50 minutes, you guys, it goes like, so I go through my BNF, and then like the BNF is that, that tablet. It's either a book or like a tablet that they give you so that you can go through your medications to see if at all you want to confirm something or you want to confirm anything, right? So then I went through that, and then I clicked it. I check out clarithromycin. Clarithromycin doesn't contain penicillin. There's nothing there. So in my head, I'm like, Brady, I'm sure there's something there, but you are panicking. I'm like, you know what? To be safe, I'm not gonna give clarithromycin. On the other drugs, my patient is supposed to get paracetamol. So paracetamol, my patient, how are you doing? Are you in any pain? My patient is telling me that I am in pain, and my pain scale is 6 out of 10. So I'm like, okay. So when I'm preparing for my medications, I'm like, my patient is complaining of pain, so I'm going to give her paracetamol. This medication was given at 5 o'clock, 1700 hours. I was administering medications for 1800 hours. So I'm given this medications. I'm looking through my medications. So, and I'm like, molwetse ona ntse a complain ka pain, so I'm gonna give him paracetamol. Ga ke bone gore molwetse ona o hilwe paracetamol ka 5, nna ke hamelo ma 6, which means that threshold ya paracetamol kana ke 4 to 6 hours. So you're not supposed to administer medications, paracetamol between that time. You have to wait for 4 to 6 hours to elapse, and then that's when you can give the medication. Kante no, nna ke a ke tsenya paracetamol be ke a go ha molwetse. Gona re gone home be ke romola. My results came. Actually, I went back home. On my way back home, I did check out through Google. I'm like, clarithromycin and penicillin. There was like, Google it is safe to give clarithromycin on a patient who is allergic to penicillin because clarithromycin does not contain penicillin. Stress. Because I'm not it's fine. Remember this time, I'm not even praying. I'm not even like thanking God for anything. It's just like me. So we get to thing. Second time, in my head, I'm like, the only things you need to correct Bahadi is that you correct that you are giving clarithromycin, you are not giving paracetamol, right? So in my head, that's just what I'm thinking, what I'm supposed to work on. Can't they know, like, girl, you need to make sure that you look through the whole process of giving medication. Look out for everything. Like, you do it as if you're doing it for the first time. So in my head, I'm like, nah, girl, I'm just going to fix these 2 things only. That's it. So, ke tsana mo examing, e be ke ha clarithromycin, e be ke sa he paracetamol. E be ke tsama. I know I'm like, nah, I did this. Exam making bola I know. Ke ba ka ntse phoso ya me an thamonna. I got this. Results came. Brady, you failed again. Like, what do you even mean? I failed again. And now my mistake was that I did not do what? Read the expiry date on the bottle of my medication. You're supposed to look through that bottle, expiry date, every detail that is written on the bottle of the capsules. I'm holding paracetamol here. Expiry date is 2023. What batch number is 00. What, and I'm happy to proceed. It is dry, it's intact, and it's been sealed. It has not been exposed to air, and I'm happy to give this medication. That is what you're supposed to do. Oh, guys, like, I don't know. I was so hurt. At one point, I just wanted to give up. I went. Sorry, I can't even explain the feeling right now. Have you realized all, like, throughout this whole process, it's just been you. Like, I got this. Yo, I did it. Yo, yeah, I. There's not even a time where you asked me to help you. There's not even a time where you thanked me. There's not even a time where you referenced me. There's not even a time where you went into the exam and you're like, God, please do this for me. Like, literally this whole time, it's just been you. That time, Mudumo is literally trying to humble me. God is literally trying to pull me back to his feet. Like, he's calling me, like, girl, I'm going to teach you that I am the I am. Exam, this time around now, if I fail this exam the 3rd time, I am going back home. So I went to this exam and I literally practiced batong before the 3rd time. I practiced, I literally cried. I did my all. I went there. Like, I couldn't even feel my body. I couldn't even feel myself. You know what I did? I just said, you know what, God, just have your way. And he said, this is what I've been wanting. This is what I've wanted from you. I just wanted you to keep me in the loop, keep me in the process. I don't want you to keep me when you have already passed. Girl, no, that's not what I want. God, just, have you ever, like, been in a position where you're like, you know what, God, just do you? Because, like, I'm so helpless right now. And he said, that's it, my girl. That's it. Because then when I went into the exam room, I literally cried. Like, before the exam started, I cried and I cried and I cried. And this assessor just hugged me and she said, you know what? I'm just going to be a mom. Okay? It's okay. Just let it out. I cried and she gave me some tissue. I blew my nose. And she was like, are you ready to start? And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Took a deep breath in. I'm like, let this be your will, God, because I just don't know anymore. went in there, read the expiry dates, did everything. Literally now I did everything from A to Z. Wait, see, it results like a head. 2 full weeks this out. In these 2 full weeks, I knew how to worship God. I knew how to praise God. I knew how to ask God to help me. I knew when and how to speak to God. I knew that God is God. Like I knew the whole time. If you want to make it, what if I fail? What if this? And I'm like, you know what, God, just do you. The whole time I was off social media, I was literally crying. And I'm so grateful for my support system because my cousin was here. She was helping me with the baby, helping me with Wednesday the whole time because I just couldn't do anything. I wasn't eating. I wasn't inspired to do anything. I have few goals for this year and I just didn't have the motivation to do anything until I got my results. So results came and email. Email. What's it not email? Yes, when you're hell, because I had told my cousin email results because I'm not opening that shit. So when the results came, I was like, Chommie, the results. She's like, bring that phone. Phone. She looked at them and she's like, Chommie, how faith say? I'm like, I go back home. Wait, so my heart sank. I'm like, this calls for Prosecco. The first thing I said, God, thank you. I was like, God, thank you. What's what Mudimo will break you to position you. God will break you to position you. God will humble you to position you. I am that I am. I am that. And from that day onwards, guys, there's literally nothing I do that I don't involve him. Like, I'd literally tell him, God, this is what I've planned. I'd always been that, I'd always done that with God. It's just that sometimes, as you keep growing in your spiritual life, you keep letting go. When I look God out here, but God will tell you do not get used to me. God showed me that you do not get used to me. Okay. And for a moment I just felt like I just wanted to change myself now and be this active Christian. And God said, no, boo, you don't have to change. Just be you, as undignified as you are, I would still choose you. I will still choose you. All I want is your heart. Just keep reviving your heart, reviving your mind and your soul. Let your heart and your soul, and it reminds me of the scripture that says, love your Lord, your God, with your heart and your mind, with your soul, with your everything. Just let everything that you do, let me be in it. And you will see how wonders or how great I will do, how many great miracles I will do in your life, regardless of how hard it goes. Like, even if you involve me and things don't go your way, you will still know that you'll still be encouraged. If at all I had still involved God from the beginning, I wouldn't have probably been as bad. Like, my mental state just went down, you guys. Like, I can't even explain the feeling. But if I did, he would have probably comforted me through that time. I'm not saying he didn't, he did, but I would have probably felt it, because at that point I felt like I didn't feel it. Like, I just didn't feel it. But then he also reminded me that, Bahad, you just don't have to feel it. You need to know it. And at that time, I had so much doubt in my head and I just couldn't know it. I just couldn't believe anything at that time. Anything positive. Like, I remember I talked to a sister of mine. Oh my goodness, guys, I want to thank God for Anita Sitsura. This girl kept me through. Like, she'd always send me a DM. My best friend Bui, like, they would always call me the whole time. And how much about Buale, like, they keep a video call. And so the I just want to sleep. And they would still be there for me. I just want to be so thankful for that. My mom, you guys. Guys, yeah. But yeah, guys, so I've passed now, like, officially passed my Osce. And now I am literally registered. I'm just waiting for my pin now and just going back to work. And yeah, I'm so happy and inspired. Like, I'm so inspired to do a lot of things right now, this time with God. So yeah, I just hope this inspires you. If you're writing your Osce, please make sure that you focus. like delay all the delay gratification works. Just delay each and every anything that you know will distract you, and focus. Okay, Osce is so draining. Like, it takes 100% of your time. It's either you're thinking about it or you're doing something about it. But just make sure that you calm down. Make sure that you do everything that you need to do that is according to your marking criteria, and you'll make it. I think above all, pray to your God. Whoever your God is, whether Muslim, Christianity, whoever your God is, just speak to him. He will help you. Okay, and yeah, man, all the best to those who are writing exams. If you failed and you're still waiting for your results, or if you failed, you're still waiting to book, you got this. Okay, just keep practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. Follow up. Make sure that you have guys, my brother is making so much noise. But yeah, just make sure that you have like your small study group. Talk to your bed. Practice and practice. You have everything at the tips of your hands. If you're waiting for your results, all the best. Congratulations in advance, and cheers to being UK RNs. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this video. I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much. I hope this was encouraging, not only to those who are writing the Osce exams, but everyone else as well who's like embarking on a new journey. Just know that you cannot make it without God. You will make it with him. Pray, involve him, include him, acknowledge him, thank him even in the hardest times, and you will see his great works in your life. Bye.